What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Full Bloom 5. We're here in the top 32 now for Smash Ultimate. It's a really sick event so far. My first time in the Midwest for Ultimate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, having a good time, man. And my name's Max Ketchum.
I'm Flambeau. Y'all already know.
And we're about to bring it in for you.
Come on,
You gotta do the Flambeau. Gotta do the Flambeau.
Yeah, there we go. Hey.
There wasn't a lot of acoustics on that one, so we gotta run it back at the end.
What do you call it? Than Vish did. So you're doing good. You're doing good. Though Vish learned. He went home and practiced for a year. Came back to me at Full Bloom today, and he was like, "I got it." I've been practicing by myself in the mirror. So good to him.
Is that the Sav Dap or whatever you call it, man?
Used to be. Now it's just the Flambeau.
Anyway, guys, we're going to be cutting into some more of this winner's bracket action. We got Maister from Mexico, who has been just terrorizing the Chicago area recently. He's been spending a lot of time here in the Midwest. And we got Comet from Wisconsin. He was, at one point, ranked first over there for Smash 4 with his Fox. Looks like he's sticking with the same character. And same can be said for Maister, who is still going ham with this Game & Watch. And bacon and sausage and all that other stuff.
Everything, right? The entire whole breakfast sandwich. And now we got a little bit of Maister yesterday, too, because he did make it pretty deep in the double side bracket with his partner, whom I cannot recall right now at this moment. I want to say maybe Nuh-uh, if I got that right.
Oh, yes, it was Nuh-uh, yeah.
But, you know, going to see what it's like in singles. Going to see how he holds it down already, starting off with an explosive lead.
Yeah, literally with those bombs, man, the forward air. Unfortunately for Game & Watch, if you clank that or challenge it with anything, it's just going to go away. So we'll see if Comet has some chops in this matchup. Not sure what his Game & Watch experience is like, but so far it's been a rough one.
You know, one of the things I've always noticed from Game & Watch, especially in this game with the new up air, is that it's a lot harder. It's kind of like Mega Man in a sense, where you can just kind of throw it out. You're not really committing to anything.
Right.
And if you're not good on your way coming down, you're going to find yourself getting juggled for quite a bit of damage. Deuces? Ooh.
Nah, he's still living, but this move, Game & Watch's down smash hits so far below the edge. At least the, like, 3 times I've played against Game & Watch, that's happened to me. So we'll see if that comes into play against Comet. Of course, Fox's up B so reactable that we could see Maister have a lot of time to just set up, hold that charge forever and ever like you can in Ultimate.
Yeah, especially the moment he confirms that he's going to recover low, he can just let go of that smash, go down there, hit him a forward air or a back air or something, close out the stock. But I mean, he's looking so good already, 144% on the board. Maister barely scathed at all, and I don't think this is going to be a great time for Comet if he keeps going like this. Ooh. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, that end lag of the up air as he was falling just collided with Game & Watch's forward air. And it seems like Maister's general game plan in neutral is to either full hop or full hop double jump, drop the bomb, and then wait for Comet to approach near it and pressure his shield with something like a neutral air on the way down. See him also picking up some lasers in the bucket. Not the most devastating oil panic you could get, but still at a good probably 60 to 80%. Right. I could see that killing just based on past games.
And especially because of the fact that for Comet, you know, he only shot like maybe 1 or 2 lasers. He really didn't use the option much at all. But the fact that Maister was immediately able to put out the bucket to say, hey, don't do that. Now Comet's like, crap, I'm basically out of an option. Doesn't want to play that game.
Yeah, he can kind of check the autopilot neutral like that. And wow, geez, 75% with that back air. He just got hit so close to the blast zone. Almost didn't matter how much damage he had at that point.
I was saying yesterday, it's a snapping turtle, man. It bites.
It really does, and we're seeing Comet just not fire these lasers anymore. He knows, like, that's generally his bread and butter to build damage from afar, but it's not a viable option against Game & Watch. At least once he gets 1 or 2 charges on that bucket, the next one is probably going to be a fill. And we see a 3 stock to 1 lead. Maister showing no signs of letting up here. Up B out of shield, such a great response to the jump-in pressure that Fox loves to bring to the table.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It looks like Comet's just kind of lost in terms of what to do in the matchup. He wants to find a way to approach, you know, as you were saying before. Most Foxes like to kind of do that full hop nair, land right on top of it. The up B out of shield, though, very hard for him to deal with. Finally managed to find a KO with that up smash, but at 104% on his last stock, this is definitely going to be very difficult to bring back.
Yeah, Maister getting a little laissez-faire there, just throwing the smashes out. You know what? I have such a big lead that I can afford to whiff a couple big attacks. And here we go. Comet potentially on his last breath. The late hit of the dash attack going to catch him, and there we go. Easy timing there for Maister. Plenty of reaction available to him with the long charge on Firefox.
Woo. Yeah, that was kind of a body for Comet there.
Just telling it how it is.
Yeah, man. I mean,
no shots at Comet. Great player.
Great player.
That game was in fact a body bag.
How many Game & Watches are you playing, right? I know in my local, all we had was Captain Q, and he dropped the character. So that's going to say, like, there isn't really a whole lot out there for you to kind of get the experience against such a weird, unorthodox character. Most people are playing, you know, the same, like, maybe 15 characters, the Palutenas, the Wolves, the whatever, you know, the Marks, Lucina, whatever. But Game & Watch?
I think Maister's the only person I've ever played on Wi-Fi in this game. So I guess I've played him. But other than that, experience against this character is scarce. Can't say the same for Fox, so you have to imagine that the matchup knowledge advantage is strongly in Maister's favor here. But Comet going to do his best despite the circumstances. Right now, it looks like he can't even touch the ground. The drag down neutral air, the up airs, everything all together just makes such a savage juggling experience for this character.
And he keeps finding. Oh God, yo, we out, we back though.
Oh my God, just hold him in place at the edge when he's coming off of it with the chef, and then you can get a spike, but obviously not guaranteed.
Damn, noggin,
yeah.
Straight up. And you know, it's hard because for Comet, it feels like he's been playing from behind the entire time. And I remember even Light put out a tweet the other day where he was like, I feel like whenever I'm playing Fox, I'm playing from behind, but it's a lot harder when you can't figure out how to get anything started. He'll go to the other side of the stage, he'll wait, and Maister will just do the same thing. He'll put out the bucket, he'll say, I'm fine with the space, forcing Comet to approach, and then once he has to do that, he's been struggling finding a way in.
Yeah, again, Game & Watch just has so many good ways to blow up Fox's approach, whether it's that up B out of shield, as you see, stuffs the aerials, but you can also just beat him out on the ground. You've got some good tools like down tilt. You could set up with forward air, just watch it fall, and then he has to guess after that. Wow, 82, almost dead.
Bro, you saw how high up he was?
Good recovery there, though, from Comet. Just going to go straight, take the gamble.
Barely dodging that one. Okay, claps it back with an up smash. And go ahead and take that first stock. Looking a little bit better than he did the last game, but needs to weave his way around the defense of Maister immaculately, because once he'll find himself on the receiving end of that, or an up smash out of shield as well will completely blow up anything that Comet may want to do if he doesn't space himself meticulously.
Yeah, I want to see a couple more empty jumps from Comet, or at least just grab attempts, because Maister's making so much off of these up Bs. It just seems like touching his shield is never safe. And that's kind of been the common theme of the set, but also those up smashes, man. A lot of reasons not to jump against him.
Yeah, it's making me think maybe the angle of approach you might want to try now is maybe try to incorporate a few more grabs here and there, because since it seems as if Maister's just waiting for him to hit his shield, he's like, all right, maybe I'll go the grab route, kind of mix him up that way, and then once I have Maister on his toes about the grab, then I can start fishing for some straight hits.
Right, now we see Comet holding down the corner, but a simple get up to jab. Gonna get Maister out of trouble, at least for now. Still pinned to the corner. Okay, great reaction there by Comet, or Reed, I'd say. A lot of players just fall back on that neutral get-up as their safety option.
Oh, wow, up tilt, barely not connecting there. Had the right option, reacted, but didn't have correct spacing. Still keeping Maister in the corner, though, shooting one laser, this time not getting bucketed, but still, Comet can't seem to find himself a big, explosive way in.
Yep, he's getting some cool things, like sneaking through the edge guard attempts once in a while, but Maister has just been so on the ball in this matchup so far. Oh, and the starting hitbox of that forward air, interrupting Fox there, that was pretty cute from Maister.
Okay, finds a little bit of a straight hit, the up air, converting into this scenario. He has the ledge trap, but can he get much? Oh, that could have been a much bigger punish. Those get-up attacks from ledge are extremely laggy.
Yep, but of course invincible the whole way through, so you got to be very cognizant of that. Make sure to start your charge smash or whatever punish you want to do outside the range, then come in for the whiff punish. Oh, just as Comet tried to do with the up smash there, instead he's going to get torched and go down 0-2 here against Maister. Again, a great player from Mexico, but he's been spending a lot of time in the Midwest, particularly the Chicago region. I think that's it. He may have been elsewhere in the Midwest frequently, but he has been an absolute terror. He won a ton of their weeklies, I think, a couple months ago during his last extended stay.
So I'm kind of nervous for Comet, right? And I'm sure Comet is nervous for himself as well. He's down 0-2 in a set, definitely wants to keep going. And I'm even thinking, like, I'm trying to theory craft, right? Fox, Game & Watch, I ain't gonna lie, that ain't something I see often, if at all. Yep. So I don't even know what stage I want to take him to that's going to work out. He went to PS2 last time. It seemed okay. Looks like he's going to go back. What do you think the stage offers him that makes him want to go back here?
I think having room to run around on the main platform of the stage is generally good for Fox. Of course, I think this character is going to be making most of his money off whiff punishes with dash attack, with up smash, catch those landings. But Game & Watch also seems to thrive with a lot of space too. You see the forward air, the chef. Now that he has more room to throw his own projectiles, doesn't have to be worried about stuff like reflector from Fox or just getting bursted on if he's far enough away from when he starts the projectiles.
Oh, wow, and even using that crouch to low profile the laser when he doesn't want to go for the bucket. And look, he'll wait. He said, come and approach me. But the thing is now, Comet does have a little bit of a % lead. So if he decides to sit back and wait it out a little bit, he can. Just the littlest bit of a lead, though. So we know how devastating Maister's confirms have been. Even just stringing a couple stray hits together tacks on a lot of damage. Game & Watch, a paper cannon in this game. He's taking his time, and I like it. Slow it down, man. Really think it out. Figure out your angle of approach. Get your very little hit here and there. Every hit counts, and especially in a scenario like this, you can wait it out. Maister has to come to Comet.
Oh, not anymore, though. Of course, that little 4% lead that he had is now a very tiny lead for Maister. Of course, he's got the lasers to change stuff up a little bit, but in the event that Maister whips out the bucket, you know, if he has enough time available to do that, it just takes it away from him. Comet going to take the high road, yep.
Slowly just finding it, getting a little further away. You know, the up airs from Maister have been devastating. Somewhere where we've seen him shine in this matchup is just his ability to juggle Fox, right? We're kind of used to Fox being the one doing that to other people, but with his use of neutral air and up air, Comet really hasn't been able to find a way down. And now the edge guard scenario, charging that smash, not going to connect, but that could have been devastating.
I love the angle that Comet picked. He just rode the wall a little bit, and as a result, he didn't collide with the low hitbox of that down smash, and Maister swung it too early. Just buying himself a little bit more time. Just a matter of frames, but it can make such a difference in a game like Smash. Oh, and he runs right into it. Opening frames of his dash going to get caught.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You know, we've been saying it since the day this game came out. In the opening frames of your dash, you cannot shield. So every time you move like that, yes, the movement's great, but it is a commitment, so you need to make sure. But speaking of making sure, Maister needs to make sure where he's jumping because Comet blew him up with that up smash.
Showing that he's got a bit of that anti-air sauce himself.
Ooh, getting caught with the falling neutral air on the way down. I think try to confirm to either maybe it was a down tilt or a grab or something. And that's something you can do, of course, with the falling hits of multi-hit attacks. You can confirm some cheeky stuff like that as well.
Yeah, it's extra reliable now in Ultimate since everything has less landing lag. Those multi-hits seem to just hit a little bit higher, like just an extra pop-up that they didn't have in Smash 4. So you'll see characters like Game & Watch get a lot more off that than they used to. All right, this is such a tight game right now. Maister finally climbing back into the lead. He's been in firm control of the set the whole time. Comet finally showing some signs of life here in this game 3, but he's facing elimination from the winner's bracket, so has to be on his toes the whole time.
And I gotta say, the music selection on the stage right now, I feel like reflects exactly what's going on in this match. Definitely one of the kind of slower songs in the Pokemon lineup. Really reflecting just how Comet's really opting to sit back, but one thing is, he is opting to dash back a lot. So you see this moment where Maister has center stage a lot because Comet's just kind of giving it to him. But with that said, he doesn't seem uncomfortable in the corner by any means.
Yeah, he knows he's got a lot of tricky stuff to throw out, right? Long range moves, whether it's from vertical or horizontal angles. Game & Watch can finesse his way out of the corner in some tricky ways. We see that up air doing a lot of work for Maister, but it just isn't landing those kills. Even if it hit there, I feel like Comet still may have survived. But he's not going to survive what happened next, and that's the key right through his up B. See a wave dash back in neutral from Maister. All right. Certainly an underrated option. I think there's definitely uses for wave dash.
I agree, especially wave
of course, we see a lot of people using, yeah.
But man, you know, he has to find a way in, get that up smash. Definitely going to KO. Game & Watch, not a heavy character by any means. Definitely on the lighter end of the spectrum. One of the lightest, I believe.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a little man made out of paper.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Catching those landings, and that's been Maister's bread and butter throughout the set. Comet showing that he can still do it himself. Fire a couple lasers when you know there's no shot of him whipping out that bucket.
Oh, and look, he is just fading back with every aerial. He's trying his hardest not to overcommit, but still, Maister finding a way in. He's reading when Comet is going to jump and preemptively throwing out a neutral air or an up air, and it's been blowing up his jumps. Comet still trying to weave it out. It's like a rock, paper, scissors. Sometimes he'll guess right, sometimes he won't, and he has to understand that he'll get hit sometimes.
Oh man, Game & Watch's damage output just absolutely bonkers. Already at 75 right now. What's he got for this? Dash attack, yep, one of the most reliable ways to hit a recovery going to the ledge and the down smash to close it out. That's going to be a brutal 3-0 for Maister. Not the most dominant match that time, right? The flow was kind of exchanging hands repeatedly, but at the end, it just looked like Maister had a better handle on the matchup and just played very solidly overall.
It especially feels like to me, I think now that I've seen 3 games of it, I feel like the Pokemon Stadium pick was actually probably the best that he had. Because since he was getting juggled so much, I feel like a top platform would just make his life a living hell. You have to like try to air dodge this way, get caught by the up air, the neutral air, and he had like that kind of empty space in the middle of PS2 to weave around, and that kind of gave him a lot of what he had there to avoid Maister's juggle opportunities and kind of run in and out. But still taking the L there. 3-0 is a 3-0. It was still pretty convincing for Maister's end.
Yep.
And I believe that was our final match of top 48 winners.
Right, now we're moving on into the top 32.